The hardest part about Rocket League is there is so much going on, sometimes it's impossible to know what to do to improve. I created a tier list ranked bronze to SSL with exactly what you should focus on to rank up fast. But wait, Dice, why should I listen to you? Well, at the time of recording this, I've peaked number 2 globally, and I've been SSL for over 12 seasons. And I say that because I've wasted thousands of hours training the wrong mechanics. And if I could watch this video back in 2020, I would have saved myself years of wasted time. Real quick, my team of SSL level coaches is looking for 30 dedicated Rocket League players to rank up in the next 30 days. And the best part is, you don't have to grind for hours with no direction. And my team will give you a proven system to improve efficiently. And if you don't see real progress in your mechanics or your rank, we'll do 2 things. 1, we will give you all of your money back, no questions asked. And 2, we'll keep working with you until you reach these goals. And we do this because I want every player I work with to have an amazing experience and because we're confident that we can deliver on our results. If that sounds fair, DM me on Discord with the word coach to get started today. Let's get back to the video. I'm going to start this off by putting bronze and silver in the same category because let's be real, who's actually bronze in Rocket League? Odds are when you first play the game, you'll just immediately rank up to gold or silver. And in bronze and silver, mechanics aren't what's holding you back. The biggest issue here is most players are still struggling with basic car control. And that's what you need to fix before anything else. The first thing you need to focus on here is boost control. Grabbing the little small pads instead of every big boost pad. A lot of people get into the habit of every time they see a big boost pad, they'll go for it. And what this can do once you get into the higher ranks is it will take you out of the play and then people will end up scoring the open net. Second thing you should work on is your basic car control inputs. So you're moving, you're drifting, you're turning, you're jumping. And the first real mechanic you should learn if you want to get out of this rank is power shots. Learn how to hit the ball with power using the front of your car instead of just barely having any power using the side or doing random flips into it. The next mechanic for this rank is basic aerials. Get comfortable jumping and boosting at the same time, that way you can hit the ball in the air. At this level, the best thing you can do is just spend time in free play working on basic car movement and just playing as many games as possible, that way you can get a feel for your car. Next rank here is gold. Once you reach gold, you should have basic car control, but you need to start refining it. At this point, players start missing a little less often, so the game becomes more about hitting the ball cleanly and placing your shots well. The first mechanic for this rank is consistent aerials. Like how we talked about the basic aerials back in silver, now we're going to be refining these aerials a little bit more to make them more consistent. Instead of just jumping at the ball, you should be learning how to control your aerials and land properly. Second thing here is basic dribbling. You don't need full control yet, but learning how to keep the ball in your car for a second or 2 will give you more options. And the third mechanic to learn at this rank is shot placement. Instead of just shooting towards the goal, start aiming for corners and open spaces. At this level, a little patience goes a long way. If you start thinking about where you're placing your shots and how to recover after a play, you'll already be way ahead of most gold players. Now, platinum is where the game starts to change. The biggest difference between golds and plats are that players actually know how to hit the ball consistently, so mechanics start to matter more. This is where you need to refine your speed, accuracy, and even first touches if you want to keep ranking up. The first mechanic for this rank is fast aerials. If you can't get to the ball quickly in the air, you're going to start getting beat a lot. Learn how to lean back slightly while boosting up to get to the ball faster. And the second mechanic here is basic flicks. You don't need a perfect flick every time, but knowing how to get the ball off your car with a controlled flick is super useful in 1v1s and 2v2s. And the third thing to learn at this rank, which isn't really a mechanic, is efficient boost management. The higher you go, the less boost you'll have. Learn to use small pads instead of always going for the 100. At this level, you'll need to start thinking about when to hit the ball fast and when to take control. If you can get consistent at fast aerials and flicks, you'll be ready for Diamond in no time. Now, Diamond is where the game speeds up. Players start making better touches, challenges are faster, and if your mechanics aren't solid, you'll just get left behind. At this rank, your goal should be to clean up your movement, improve your speed, and get more comfortable in the air. Now, similar to Plat, how we were trying to learn the fast aerial, now every time we go up in the air, it needs to be a fast aerial. If you're still hesitating or taking too long to go up for aerials, you're going going to get beat constantly, and at this rank, you need to be able to fast aerial without thinking. It should just be muscle memory at this point. And the second thing here is consistent flicks. Like how we were learning the basic flicks back in Plat, flicks become a serious offensive tool in Diamond, especially in 1s and 2s. If you can control the ball and flick consistently, you'll be able to get past defenders without even needing advanced dribbles. Third thing here is aerial car control. You don't need to be a freestyler, but you do need to control your car in the air. If you jump for a ball and can't make small adjustments in the air, you'll start missing way too many opportunities. Next on the list here is basic air dribbles. You don't need to master air dribbling at this rank, but you should at least be able to set one up and get 2 to 3 controlled touches in the air. If you can do that, you'll already be ahead of most Diamond players. And the last mechanic at this rank is half flips and recovery mechanics. At this level, getting back into position quickly is just as important as making a good play. Learn how to half flip, wave dash, and land efficiently after aerials. And at this rank, your focus should be on speed, consistency, and aerial control. If you can fast aerial confidently, land efficiently, and control your touches in the air, you'll be ready for Champ. Now, Champ is where mechanics actually start to separate players. Almost everyone at this rank can hit the ball hard, aerial consistently, and make solid challenges. What makes the difference is how controlled and efficient you are with your mechanics. First thing to focus on for this rank is fast and controlled air dribbles. In Diamond, just setting up an air dribble is enough. In Champ, you need to start getting multiple controlled touches in the air, and this isn't about scoring every time, it's about keeping possession and creating better offensive plays. Next on the list here, again, isn't really a mechanic, but it's speed and small pad boost management. In Champ, you won't always have a full boost tank. You need to get comfortable staying in the play by using small boost pads instead of retreating for the 100 boost all the time. Next thing on the list here, again, isn't a mechanic, but it's high-speed decision making. The faster the game gets, the more important it is to be able to control the ball under pressure. If you're panicking and hitting the ball away every time, you'll struggle in Champ. Learning how to slow the play down when needed is just as important as playing fast. Last thing on the list here is wave dashes and speed flips. If you want to keep up with top Champ and Grand Champ players, learning how to wave dash and speed flip consistently will help you get to the ball faster and rotate much more efficiently. At this level, your mechanics need to be really fast and clean. If you can confidently air dribble, speed flip, and recover quickly, you'll already be ahead of most players at this rank. Now, Grand Champ is where mechanics and game sense finally come together. At this level, everyone's fast, but the best players stay in control even at max speed. Your mechanics need to be second nature, and every touch you make should have a purpose. Back in Champ, we were working on learning the speed flip. At Grand Champ, we need to have consistent speed flips. At this level, every GC player should be speed flipping. If you're still using the normal diagonal flips on kickoffs or recoveries, you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. Next on the list here is perfecting air dribbles and flip resets. Air dribbles shouldn't just be for flashiness anymore. They need to be controlled, efficient, and actually useful in game. Flip resets also become much more viable at this rank, but only if you use them correctly. Next on the list here is ceiling shots and delayed flip shots. These are great for mix-ups. At high ranks, delayed flips in particular are insanely effective because defenders expect instant shots. Delaying your flip gives you more control. Another important thing to learn is pre-flips and high-speed adjustments. The game at this rank moves so fast that sometimes a normal aerial won't get you to the ball in time. Learning how to pre-flip into touches and make micro adjustments in the air will help you stay ahead of your opponents. Final thing on the list here is wall dashes and advanced recoveries. Every millisecond counts at this rank. Wall dashes and wave dashes give you free speed without wasting any of your boost. And if you aren't using them yet, you're falling behind the people that are. At this level, mechanics need to be clean, efficient, and purposeful. If you can execute mechanics without forcing them while keeping up with the speed of the play, you'll be in a great position to push for SSL. Now, SSL is a completely different game. Everyone here has top tier mechanics, but what separates good SSLs from the pros is consistency, precision, and the ability to read opponents instantly. The first thing you should focus on for this rank is perfecting your first touch. SSL players know that your first touch is everything. If your first touch isn't setting up the play properly, you're already losing control. Next thing to learn here is kind of the mental battle, deception, and fake challenges. SSL players expect the obvious plays, so if you want to keep winning, you need to be unpredictable. Delayed flicks, fake aerials, and disguised movements are insanely effective at this level. Next thing you have to have down is instant adaptation. At this rank, there's no time to think. You need to instantly read your opponent's movements and adjust in real time. If you hesitate for even a second, you're getting outplayed. Last thing on the list here is absolute recovery efficiency. Landing properly after every play, wall dashes, wave dash recoveries, and speed flips should all be second nature. You cannot afford to waste time getting back into position. At this level, the difference between winning and losing is so microscopic. The SSL players who perfect their mechanics and know when to use them are the ones who stay on top. And conveniently, they're also the pros. So if you get to SSL, expect about every game to be versing the pros. Thanks for watching. That's all I have for you guys in this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and join my free Discord server down in the description below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.